It's Kevin Keatsman Uncanceled on 95.7 FM KCMO Talk Radio.
Good morning, Kansas City. Welcome to Uncanceled on KCMO Talk Radio 95.7 FM. I'm Kevin Keatsman, in with you until the Vin Show takes over, coming up at 11 o'clock. Not teasing any big Trump announcement today during the broadcast. Boy, did we get suckered into that yesterday. Wow. His big announcement was low-fat pills. If you're fat and you want to get the shot, it's going to be cheap. What they say, they're going to shave like 290 billion pounds off Americans or something like that by offering the fat drugs for cheap. Okay, you might just try eating less. That could do it too, or eating better. But no, let's go ahead and let's do these shots for everybody and see if we can get people to lose weight in the United States. We've got a great show lined up for you today, including in just a moment my opening thoughts. Elon Musk, Tesla shareholders have approved a $1 trillion compensation package for Elon Musk personally. This is the most unbelievable story ever. You're not going to believe what's going on with Elon Musk and Tesla. Also, we haven't really touched on the NWSL controversy, and I want to get there today because a couple of weeks ago, Mark and I had a discussion about Temwa Chawinga of the Kansas City Current. At the very least, it is a woman who's trying very hard to look like a man and plays like a man and scores like a man in NWSL. There's been a big controversy in the sport the last couple of weeks, and I'm wondering if it's about Chawinga. Nobody's really saying who it's about, but it might be Chawinga right here in Kansas City. And, of course, we'll do our dead stone cold lock picks. I say that with tongue-in-cheek because I think I've missed 3 in a row. Have I missed 3 in a row?
I think technically because last week you picked K-State and KU.
Yeah, I did a parlay.
Yeah.
Don't ever let me do that again.
Okay.
That's your universe. Yeah, that's not my universe. So, but we'll start with, I'm not going to spend much time on this. The GOP is caving. All right, they've blown it. This extended continuing resolution was only going to run through November 21st, and that clearly is no longer doable. So if they're going to extend the CR, it's got to be longer. They're talking about through January. By the time it's all said and done, it'll probably be through February. This is a joke. This is an absolute joke. The enhanced subsidies expire December 31st for Obamacare. At this point where you are, if you're extending into next year, you have the hammer on them. Folks, I don't think anybody's talking about the real story here of this government shutdown. The Democrats are holding firm. They're afraid the enhanced subsidies for Obamacare are going to go away. They expire December 31st. The Republicans want to get rid of them. In 2021, when Joe Biden was president, the Democrats had control of everything. This is not the original Obamacare. This is not the original Obamacare subsidies. These are additional monies that we're peeing down the drain that we started throwing away in 2021 on a 4-year contract. The Democrats put it in place. They put in the sunset provision of December 31st because they were citing COVID. We need more help. We need more money in here. They call them enhanced provision subsidies. They were really emergency subsidies. Republicans didn't like it, couldn't do anything about it. The Democrats put it in. And now, over a government shutdown, we're going to blink on this and extend it? Shame on the Republicans. Pathetic, weak-minded Republicans. You don't like these extended enhanced giveaways that have only been in place for 4 years. You've got them over a barrel. It's over in 6 weeks. It goes away. It's just like a $300 billion line item from our budget that just disappears overnight on January 1 if we wait this out. Figure out a way to make air travel safe. Do what you got to do. Most people are not affected by this government shutdown. Most of it is just people in D.C. that think the government is bigger, more powerful, and more important than it is. Well, it is big and powerful. But they think it's more important than it is. I knew they'd cave. And we were right on the verge of this, and they're going to cave. You can just count on the Republicans to cave because they don't want to do the filibuster that Trump wants. They don't want to do any of that. They just want to get along with the Democrats, and we'll give you $300 billion, and we'll extend this out. Ugh. But I present to you the smartest man in the world, Elon Musk. And he, for no other reason, is the smartest man in the world. That he invents things, improves them when he invents them, and makes more money than anybody in the history of the world. At the Tesla shareholder meeting, over 75% of shareholders approved Elon Musk's compensation package. If he hits the targets of the goals of the next decade, he will receive $1 trillion in compensation. He'll easily be the first trillionaire, but this is just his compensation package would be $1 trillion. So I'm trying to figure out what that's all about. Forget about the Teslas you see on the road. That is no longer their business. They've moved on. They've moved on because everybody else is making electric cars too. There's going to be a finite market for the cars. Elon Musk has moved on to something he's calling Optimus. These are his robots that he believes will be the greatest thing in the history of the world and completely and fundamentally change everything that we do. Here's a recap from a columnist who wrote a story about Elon Musk's presentation yesterday. Quote, I'm reading from the story. Elon Musk just said that Optimus will eliminate poverty, and not a single person in the room is freaking out. Tesla's $20,000 humanoid robot isn't coming, it's here. Production lines are running right now. Elon just said the quiet part so loud it should have stopped the world on its axis. Optimus will actually eliminate poverty. Optimus will actually give people incredible medical care. Optimus will ultimately be better than the best human surgeon on the planet with a level of precision that is not possible today. It's beyond human. Then he dropped this line. Optimus is kind of like an infinite money glitch. Maybe there won't even be money in the future, but might be measured in terms of wattage. Read that again. The richest legend alive just said money could become obsolete and your job disappears in the same breath. The math is brutal. One Optimus costs $20,000. It replaces a $50,000 worker. You get paid back in 10 months. Tesla's scaling 1 million of these units in Fremont, California this year, 10 million in Texas. That's 100 million robots by 2030, faster than the iPhone adoption, except these don't make calls, they take your job away. Manufacturing footage has dropped. Real robots building real products in real factories. No concept videos, actual production. Elon showed assembly lines, showed the bots working, showed the future where human labor is a quaint memory. 10 million jobs could be lost by 2028 worldwide. 50 million by 2030. Warehouses, delivery, construction, surgery. He specifically said surgery. This is better than any human, Musk says. Superhuman precision. We won't need doctors. And while you're processing job loss, he casually mentions eliminating poverty through infinite robot labor and replacing currency with energy economics. This is not disruption. This is extinction-level economic restructuring of the entire world. It's not theoretical anymore. It's operational. It's scaling, and it's accelerating. The last generation that trades their time for money is alive right now, and they have no idea the clock just hit zero. Wow. Now, I'm not saying I believe all that. It's kind of scary. It's a little sci-fi. It's all those things. But these robots are something else. And Musk has one running around his house. He says he does all the chores around his house. And when he leaves, he comes back and the robot's sitting on its charger getting recharged, asking what he can do next. It's basically robotic slave labor. Any way you want to do it, it's free labor. And they're smart enough to just go recharge themselves. I don't know what this means. I don't know that I want a robot in my life. I don't know that I want any of this. But it's coming. Elon Musk's company, Tesla, is no longer going to be about the Tesla truck or the Tesla car that you see on the road. It's not that he doesn't care. It's just too finite. It's going to be robo-taxis, which will replace every Uber and Lyft driver in America. Those jobs will be gone. And robots in your home, which will eliminate any services around your house. They're going to be able to cut your grass, paint your house. They're going to be able to do anything you want them to do. And anybody that's in a service industry now can be replaced. I can't tell you if this is really 5 or 10 years away or if it's 50 years away, but it's coming. And it's going to completely change humanity. I'm not sure I want to live that long. 913-408-7957. That's 408-7957. If you have a comment on this topic, I'd love to hear it because I'm not very smart on these things. I'm more terrified than excited. I can promise you that. I'm uneasy because I've worked my whole life and saved my money, and I don't want money to not be worth anything. I don't want currency to be exchanged in energy wattage. I don't know what's happening. I really don't. Maybe you do. 913-408-7957. This is Uncanceled on KCMO Talk Radio. We're indeed here every day to shake it up, baby, and let's do it. We got a full board of callers here. Lots of folks want to chime in on the opening monologue today, and we begin with Robert in Topeka talking Elon Musk. Hello, Robert. Good morning. How are you, sir?
I'm all right, Kevin. How are you this morning?
Fine, thank you. Yes, sir.
Okay. Hey, remember, what is Elon's main goal in life?
To invent things and make things better for humans. And create and create opportunities to live on places other than Earth in case we implode or get hit by an asteroid.
Right. I'm concerned about these robots as well, but I'm really thinking long term for this. He's probably trying to get these robots to Mars.
Interesting.
Think about an unpaid workforce building everything that you can think of on Mars.
Why not?
Yeah.
Why not? Including lodging that obviously has oxygen and everything we could possibly need. Power plants could be, I guess, technically solar. I don't know. If you can think of it, I'm sure he's thought of it and is trying to get there. He's probably not going to live long enough to do it. It's going to be somebody else. But, I mean, you cannot deny the unbelievable start he has on this technology.
Oh, yeah. It's amazing.
It's crazy. Not sure it's great for humans, but we'll see.
We'll see.
Okay, great call. Great call, buddy. Thank you. Yeah, really interesting thought and concept there. I like that.
How old is Big Balls? That's his protege, right?
Yeah, he's like 25.
Yeah.
Yeah. Here's Bill in Raytown. Hi, Bill. What's up?
Hi, Kevin. How are you?
Great. Thanks, man.
Thank you. Hey, a couple of points. Like when Elon comes on, I'm not an Elon fan. I mean, I like things he's done for us. I mean, he has done some things that are definitely been very sensational, like rescuing the astronauts. But I'm still waiting for the magic battery that he never came through with. And everything that he's doing revolves around needing that energy. There's never enough energy on a battery. If it wasn't for him teaming up with Trump before he kind of ruined his own reputation, he was all about getting rid of the gas vehicle. But then now he's moved on past Tesla. He left that battery behind. These robots, computation power, it takes a lot of energy on top of the thing moving around. So it's going to be constantly on recharge with batteries that, the wear out, the lithium ion batteries, the best we have, goes to a landfill. We get to harvest more rare earth materials from another country. I don't know. He's all about selling that fear to get on board with them. But, yeah, I mean, there's definitely no doubt there's some robots that could do some things.
I hear you. My first car got 7 miles to the gallon. My current car gets 27 miles to the gallon.
Yep.
So I think it's reasonable to believe that will get better. I've always thought this, and I don't know how this would happen, and this is not really anywhere near my area of expertise, but we've seen solar panels, and they're ugly, and they take up whole swaths of miles of land in the desert, and it really is ugly, and it's not good for the ecology and the critters that live in the desert and all that stuff. But it seems to me someday there's going to be something about the size of your thumbnail on the top of your car that's going to power it. It's just going to take it right from the sun, and there will be some sort of a transformer that turns that into 1 million times energy, and your car just runs forever. Don't you think that's going to happen someday?
That's the physics don't matter. There's not enough sunlight energy in that small space. I've got 40 solar panels on my roof.
Right.
And I did that, and I put them on so I could actually see the reality. They do put a lot of energy out. They could never heat your home, but they can cool it and run everything else.
They could certainly run a car, right?
Not very far. Nothing compared to gasoline. I mean, it's like a tenth of the energy.
I'm not talking about now. Because something between that little bitty solar panel on the top of your car, and I'm talking tiny, like the size of your thumb or something, and running your car or flying an airplane or whatever may be the case, something will take that energy and multiply it. They'll invent something. They will. They're going to invent something. We're incredible at inventing this stuff.
What would that be?
I don't know. What would a robot be? What would an airplane be? Do you think people were sitting around 500 years ago thinking, they weren't thinking we were going to fly? They thought that was impossible. You can't live in the world of thinking impossible.
I'm not. But in 2014, I said it to all my friends, there'll never be this magic battery when I kind of looked at
you're so far, you're right. There's no doubt.
I'm still waiting.
But, my mom, I had lunch with her on Tuesday. She used to walk out of her house to a little wooden hut with a hole in the ground and go to the bathroom.
Yep.
Right? And now she complains when her air conditioner's out.
Well, I hear you. There's definitely advances to be made, but do we have a better shape for a wheel?
No.
Sometimes you hit your head on the ceiling.
True enough.
And you got to move on to something else. And I don't believe there is that magic energy source to run everything.
Right.
We'll see.
Yep. No, I'm with you. I hear you. It doesn't seem possible as we look at things today. But what did seem possible? You know, when we first invented cell phones, there were these big baggy things in cars. Don Johnson's on Miami Vice running around with some big old thing. Now your whole life is on that thing, and it's no bigger than your hand. Like everything is on. Your entire life is on there. Who would have ever dreamed of that? Here's Mark on KCMO Talk Radio. Hi, Mark.
Hey, good morning, Kevin. Great show, dude.
Thank you.
Hey, you know, we've already seen what the robots can do because it was like, Hal, open the bay doors, Hal. I can't do that, Dave. You're stuck in the spacecraft. Hal, I said open the bay doors. Can't do that, Dave. From 2001 Space Odyssey.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
I believe it. So where do you think it's going?
I think it's going to be, we're not going to be like the Jetsons all the way up in the air, but I believe that the robots and things are coming. Absolutely.
Well, they're here. The question is whether it applies to your life or my life. I'll be one of the last guys to get it. I can promise you that because I don't feel like I need a robot in my life.
Yeah,
but
me
I
too.
didn't
need one.
think I ever needed an iPhone. I was happy with the BlackBerry or the flip phone. But now that I've got one and all the things that it does, I've learned how to use it. I'm like, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's. I think it's coming. Just technology's got to catch up with what we're thinking about.
Yep.
That's all.
Okay, Mark. Thank you, buddy.
All right, man.
Yeah,
Have a
thank
good
you. No, I appreciate it. Yeah, and I think Elon's that guy. He's clearly pushing this, and Tesla's clearly. You don't give a guy $1 trillion compensation package if you don't think the business is changing dramatically over the next decade. And these aren't stupid people, and they're not people that want to throw their money away. These shareholders. I mean, I think Elon Musk sets his mind to things that most people don't think of, and that he's really, really, really good at it. I don't know how much demand there is for a robot. I think there is a possibility. Pete mentioned this earlier today on Monday in the morning. He said there was a job loss number or something that came out, and he said part of that's probably AI. Yeah, well, I do believe these robots are going to wipe out millions of jobs worldwide. I think that ship has left the state. That horse has left the barn. That's gone, man. That's gone. We're going to lose millions of jobs because of robots. I just don't think there's any two ways about it. All right, when Uncanceled continues, we're going to touch on this NWSL controversy. Is it really centered right here in Kansas City? Thanks for listening to KCMO Talk Radio. I'm Kevin Keatsman, the luckiest guy in Kansas City media. I get to follow Pete Mundo where he breaks stories routinely, as he did today with his information regarding the Kansas City Chiefs and them putting out requests for proposal from architectural firms to design and build a new stadium in Kansas City, Kansas. That does not mean the Chiefs have decided anything, nor are they going anywhere. Pete was very specific about that, but this is the next logical step. I think we knew they were either there or being very close to that, but confirming that those have gone out, it's very hush-hush. There's all kinds of, you can't believe the documents they have. And some of these companies have like not just dozens, but hundreds of employees that will all be working on something like that. And Kansas City is the sports architecture capital of this planet. You know, including places like India. India wants a new soccer stadium, and they come to Kansas City and get it designed. It's crazy. I mean, they're all right here. Not all of them. There's one or two that aren't now, but they're here. And that means that if these requests for proposal went out theoretically to every place in Kansas City that does this, a couple thousand people working at those places know all about it. They know what the design is. They know the location. They got to do site. They got to go out on the site. They got to see what's there. When you got to, if you're going to do a proposal for what it's going to cost and what we're going to build and what we want to do, you got to know where you're doing it. So there are probably literally thousands of people right now in Kansas City that know where the Chiefs are looking in Kansas City, Kansas, by the Legends, wherever that is. I mentioned, and I told this to Mark earlier today, I'm not reporting anything. I hear from people say things all the time, and I know some people in racing. And some people in racing said NASCAR might be looking to sell the track and relocate their sport more in the Southeast because they went national 25 years ago It went well, but it's kind of fallen apart in logistics. The center of NASCAR clearly is still the southeast of this country. And if they were to sell that, there's obviously some roads, some sewers, some power, some grids, some infrastructure, and everything already there. Would the Chiefs be a suitor and buy that? Can you imagine if the Chiefs built a new stadium, attached it to a resort hotel and casino, which is the casino's right there? They could build the hotel with star bonds. Heck, they could build an 18-hole golf course around there and have a resort. They could do anything they want. Makes you wonder, doesn't it, Mark?
I think that's a great idea, honestly.
I think it's a fantastic idea. Do you know what kind of a tourist destination a new Arrowhead would be with a casino hotel and a golf course and a resort pool, which we don't have in this town?
Yeah.
We got a good 5-6 month season of come play golf, hang at the pool. There's a Jimmy Buffett's Margaritaville or whatever resort across the street now. They got pools and stuff. We just we've never even thought about being a destination. My thing that I'd love to see the Chiefs do if they build out there is an AFL/AFC Hall of Fame, a tribute to Lamar Hunt, the Lamar Hunt AFL Hall of Fame.
That'd be sweet.
I think people would come from all over to see that.
And then when you get your resort and everything, that's outside of football season,
Of course.
which they want.
Yes, 100% outside of football season. Imagine what they would charge per night at their hotel on game weekends. You'd have to stay a minimum of 2 nights, maybe 3. Whether you're there or not, you're paying for it. Oh, my gosh, I can't even imagine the money they make doing all these things. Great reporting by Pete today, which is why you listen to KCMO Talk Radio, and I'm lucky because I just get to follow it and talk about it. He knows everything that's going on, and then I learn, and then I come on, and, it's just Kev doing his little hour here, whatever. How about the National Women's Soccer League? Kansas City Current are the best. They have the best player, Temwa Chawinga, the highest goal scorer. Temwa Chawinga, at her very least, clearly wants to look like a man. At the very least. You can say that's factual. It's just at the very least. She literally looks like a man out there playing soccer. The haircut, the muscles, the Adam's apple, everything. Everything about Temwa screams there's a man playing soccer with girls. Everything. We've brought this up on this show before. I brought it up with Mark. It makes him uneasy. I won't drag him into it. I know this makes a lot of people uneasy to talk about this. We love our teams. We love all these things. It doesn't mean that these people are perfect, and it certainly doesn't mean that we agree with them politically. And that's what this show is more about than anything else. And I don't agree with them politically, and we know what the Kansas City Current are. They're an uber-liberal organization. You can tell by their players. The fact that they went to Mali and got this player whose sister, once upon a time, had to go in a tent and drop her pants and prove that she was a woman somehow to continue playing. Overseas, not here. And there are international groups that have adopted policies that Elizabeth Eddy wants to have happen. She wrote a column. She's played 11 years in this league, and now she's concerned about the league as it's growing and the money's coming in. I believe what she thinks is there are several men in the league, biological males playing in this league, and it's bothering her, and it should. Now, she's close to the end, 11 years in. But I respect her for writing her column this last week about this, and she's got a very simple plan. She says, we do what one international organization does. It's very simple. If you were born with ovaries, you can play. If you weren't, you can't. Now, that's offensive to a lot of women. Okay? I'm not a woman, I don't know. But this would be like saying, if you're born with testicles, you can play. Now, we're not talking about DNA now or chromosomes or composition or sex change. No. How you were born. She wants to define sports as if you were born with testicles, that's boys' sports. If you were born with ovaries, that's women's sports. I've yet to hear of anyone that was born with testicles and ovaries. If that has occurred, I'd like to see that story. I'd like to meet that person, actually. So we don't think that's happened. Some things close to that have happened. We know there's mutations sometimes. But it's wild, man. She's out there doing this, and the players largely around the league melted down and are upset with her over this, that she's suggesting we should be judged by whether we have ovaries or not. Well, how else do you do it? It's the W that's important. It's the women's side. If they want to change this to NNSL, National Non-Binary Soccer League, great. Change your name. Say, we're going to be a non-binary sport. We're open to everyone. Clay Travis, who owns Outkick.com, you've probably seen him on Fox News. He sold his company to Fox News, made a lot of money. He has implored the Women's Soccer League this week to please sell him a team. He wants an expansion franchise in Nashville. He's got the money. He wants to buy it and build a stadium, and he's going to field a team of men that identify as women. He says, I'm going to kick your ass every year. I'm going to win every title. I'm going to make all the money. I want in. They do not respond to him because, of course, they don't. The heat's getting turned up on this league, whether they like it or not. And I'm simply asking the question because I don't know about Tim Wachawinga, but you cannot look at Tim Wachawinga of the Kansas City Current and not think that's a dude. That's a dude playing soccer, and he's better than all of them. He scored more goals than all of them. He's bigger, faster, stronger, got more muscles, cuts his head. That's a dude. There's a dude playing soccer for the Current. That's what I'm just telling you what people see and say. Real people on the streets, not politically correct. Okay, we're KSHB TV, we're the home of the Current, and we've got a report here with Tim Wachawinga, and she's such a great player. No, not those people. Not those people. Real people that you run into in your daily life. And you go, have you seen that dude playing for Kansas City Current? Dude, he's unbelievable. That's what real humans say. It's okay. It's okay. Let's just find out if this soccer league is okay with it. They need a stance. If they're okay with men playing in their sport, that's their right. They have every right to do that. Don't run from it. Don't hide from it. And don't let your players go out there and piss and moan that one of your own is saying, no, we got to test for ovaries, whether you were born with ovaries or not. We got to have real tests here and make sure there aren't men playing out here on the pitch. Because the players melted down and made it sound like Elizabeth Eddy's the worst human on the planet. No, the league needs a stance. They better figure this out by next year because it's not going away under Trump. I can promise you it is not going away under Donald Trump. This fight will not go away. If they want to open it up to men, that's their right. It's their own league. There's nothing can stop them. This isn't funded by the federal government. It's not college soccer. It's not your kids in federally funded schools. This is a women's professional league. If they want to change their name, the National Non-Binary Soccer League, go for it. Do it. If that's what you believe in, do it. Open the damn thing to men. Let's go. Let's get the dudes that are not good enough for Sporting Kansas City out there playing. It'll be better soccer anyway. Oh, now I've really upset Mark. He is not happy with me today. I'm sorry, buddy. You know I love you, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I will say, I think Chewinga's smaller than most. She's just faster than most. So she scores a lot of goals. And I'm calling her a she. Yes, I am.
Well, she is a she. That's what they've told us. I can't call her anything other than a she, really. Steven in KCK has some thoughts. What's up, Steven?
Hey, I was going to call about this anyway. I think this is a fascinating topic. I've seen a picture of Temwa's sister, and she looks like a woman. I mean, I think it just may be
because she tries to look like a woman. Now, wait, there's the difference between Temwa and her sister.
Right.
Temwa's sister's grown the hair out, puts the earrings on, wears makeup, does all that.
Yeah, I think Temwa's arguably the most famous and accomplished soccer player in the world in terms of goals scored. So I highly doubt that it's a gender issue with her. But like you said, it's an image issue, whether the Current wants to identify it or not. But
so you don't think there's a chance that Temwa's not biologically female?
I think she's way too well known and way too famous.
All right. So here's my question for you, Stephen.
Yeah.
Who is Elizabeth Eddy talking about if it's not Temwa?
Barbara Banda, probably,
okay.
From the Orlando Pride. I would think. I mean, I'm not a women's soccer expert. I just read an article about it in the paper. But I think Clay Travis is brilliant. I mean, this is the Happy Warrior, the style of Andy Kaufman. This will force the NWSL. Apparently, he's upping the ante. He's going to start a women's academy, trans academy, for the players that were thrown out of the English league. He's going to give them $100,000 each.
I love it.
To try out for the NWSL.
I love it.
And then he's going to hire him for the Nashville Chameleons. So this is
Chameleons. I love that.
That's going to be the name of the franchise. But yeah, there's been a lot of publicity that Barbara Banda has been the major concern about some of this stuff. But listen, I'm with you. I'm with you, Kevin. If they want to keep their policy,
do it.
Then Clay Travis is going to burn this whole thing. He'll burn it down. They'll never. The Current will be second to the Nashville Chameleons. You know, the Current are already the greatest team ever in the regular season with Chewinga and everybody else. But I love it. I mean, that's if I had money like Clay Travis, that would be something I would strongly consider.
All we want is truth. I got in so much trouble in my career because I like to hold people accountable for what they do, what they say. I had somebody the other day say, wow, I can't believe, this or that with the Chiefs. They've kept like Josh Simmons. How have we not known? I said, listen, you won't find any business in Kansas City that's better at covering up news and keeping it from the public than the Kansas City Chiefs. They are the best at it. How did we not know Britt Reed was getting drunk and high at work every day?
Yeah.
All those years. Okay, well, they were really good at this. And then he crashed his car and did what he did, and the Chiefs had no responsibility because they went and paid off the family. So the NFL never disciplined the Chiefs for having a drunk son of the coach hitting a girl. The Chiefs got no discipline for that. He was drunk at work. He was drunk at work, and the Chiefs did not get punished.
There's no way the NWSL is going to back off of this, and so you think if you're a soccer player in England who is thrown out of your league because you were a trans, you think you're not going to take $100,000 from Clay Travis to come to America?
Put on a little makeup, a wig, and some earrings. Let's mock the whole thing. I'm with you, Steven. All I want is the NWSL to be honest. If you want to be a trans league, do it. Stand up for what you believe in. Don't run from it. Just embrace it and say, this is who and what we are. We believe in this. Men are welcome. Come on in. You're welcome. We want to be totally inclusive. We believe in this. We're all in. But don't sit there and try to hide it. Act like it doesn't happen. Don't acknowledge it, whatever. Let's end this controversy. Own this, NWSL. Own it. Become the first league that says, we're good with this. Sorry about these ladies over here. These dudes are going to come play. It's going to be okay. Sorry. This is just who we are. Own it. That's all we ask. Uncanceled continues on KCMO. Our dead stone cold lock of the week coming up. Mark Van Sickle joins us next to talk about that and much more on KCMO. You may remember a year ago, we had a wiffle ball game between Kevin Keatsman Has Issues, my podcast. This is before I joined the radio station. And Monday in the morning, we fielded teams. And we did this for charity for The Battle Within, which is a wonderful organization at thebattlewithin.org. And they do great things with veterans. And we know all about it. And on Tuesday, it's Veterans Day. We'll have some guests on from the organization to talk about how you can help and the difference that you can make. Well, later today, it's game number 2. It's the annual match for the Little Red Cup. For the Little Red Foundation is Joe and Judy Rately. They're awesome people. They have donated $3,500 per team for us to put teams together and play wiffle ball today. And so we're going to be doing that at 1 o'clock a little bit later. It's going to be awesome. That's enough money to send 2 veterans and first responders to the 5-day Revenant Journey program that thebattlewithin.org does. It is fantastic. So we thank the Rateleys and the Little Red Foundation for doing this today, and we'll hope to raise a little bit more money while we're out there, and you'll learn more about that on Tuesday. But, Pete, I'm coming for you. Should I bring the cup? I have the cup at home. Should I take the cup with me? Does he get it? If he wins, I got to give it to him, right?
I think so.
It's a traveling cup.
It, right?
I have to take that thing. It's a wiffle ball on top. It's awesome. It's so cool. Okay, how about this? Did you see the Bobby Witt Jr. video?
Him at the hockey match?
At the hockey match.
Yeah.
NHL posted it. It's had millions of views. Bobby Witt and his wife were at the Dallas Stars game. Who do you think is more relatable? Bobby Witt Jr. and his wife or Patrick Mahomes and his wife?
I think Bobby right now.
Yeah.
For where they're at in life.
Doesn't he seem cool?
Mm-hmm.
If you watch that, you can go to NHL.com or on social media or just whatever your search engine is, just plug in Bobby Witt Jr. hockey game. They mic'd him for the night watching the game, and it was pretty cool. Man, he was ready to throw his hat if there was a hat trick, wasn't he?
He loved it.
He just seems like a great guy. You may remember a few weeks ago before Kansas State was getting ready to play Army, we talked about a player named Larry Pickett Jr. on the Army team. He's a safety. He pulled a man out of a burning car that week and saved his life. He won the Heroism Award last night on Fox News Patriot Awards. He was there with the man whose life he saved. It was a really, really, really cool moment. Awesome. Mark, what'd you think of the Broncos last night, getting to 8-2, best record in the NFL?
Oh, it's so ugly. Maybe the ugliest 8-2 I've ever seen.
How painful will it be to watch the Chiefs play them next week?
It'll be painful. Definitely take the under, but I don't know. The Chiefs should win that one, but I don't know. It's just ugly.
Denver got 6 more sacks last night. Through 8 games, they have more sacks than any team has had through 10 games since 1990. This is like the 85 Bears.
Good defense, not very good offense.
I think they had 22 more sacks than any team in the NFL last year. The defense is sick. It's going to be a dog of a game. I'm going to warn you right now, and that doesn't mean the Chiefs are bad. Denver's going to drag the Chiefs down to their level. The question is who wins at the end, because every Denver game goes down to the last seconds. They blocked
Butker's on his game.
Oh, yeah, that'd be good. So Denver missed a field goal. The Raiders missed one to tie it at the end, so they kind of got lucky there. All right, how about our stone cold locks of the week? I'm so cold, don't listen to me. It's like that old Rolling Stones song, She's So Cold, He's So Cold. Mark Van Sickle, what do you have this week?
Well, I'm looking at the weather up in Iowa. I'm taking the under 42 and a half in the Iowa-Oregon game.
I like that. Oregon's been points challenged a time or two, have they not?
Yep, yeah.
Okay, so we like that one. I'm going to stay closer to home. This is just a gut. I know Texas A&M's really good. I know they probably have the best offense in the country, but they don't play the best teams in the SEC this year. They are undefeated. I don't see how Missouri doesn't hang within a touchdown at home. I'm taking Mizzou plus 7 in this one.
Like it.
My secondary choice would have been, I don't even know what the number is. Take the over tonight on KU North Carolina in basketball.
Yeah.
Don't you think it's just a track meet? That's going to be great entertainment. Very little coaching, whole lot of great players. Have a great weekend. The Vince Show is coming up.